Welcome back to Bruins Game Breakdown. Uh, this is not the video I thought I would be making tonight. I had a little bit planned out before the game. I was not feeling this team heading into puck drop tonight. Lucas Reichel is out, and James Hagens also remains out, and Jordan Harris comes out as well, in exchange for Michael Easemont, Alex Steves, and Henry Yokiharu. I am so glad Yokiharu got a chance in this series. I said that he should be in instead of Lohrei. If you're taking Lohrei out, Harris is number 3 on my depth chart of, I guess, 6, 7, 8 defensemen. And honestly, I thought Yokiharu played a solid game. I thought all 3 of them really played a solid game tonight. Steves looked really good. There's going to be lineup changes for Game 6, not Game 5. This was Game 5, Game 6. I think Kaslik sits the game, which is unfortunate because that's a penalty killer. But he took a shot off the inside of his skate in this one, and he didn't really look the same after that. So I'm not going to try and guess the lines, just because Arvidsson might be back, Kaslik might be out, Hagens might be back in, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, so Bruins win 2-1. This game did require overtime. Swayman out of his mind, as per usual. What else do you expect? Sunday was a blip for him, and right back on track for Game 5. Alex Lyon, to his credit, played phenomenal as well. He played very good. That's something that he's been doing this entire series, though. It will be very funny when, in 2023, Alex Lyon gets pulled, Sergei Bobrovsky comes in, Bruins lose, 2026 rolls around, UPL starts, Alex Lyon comes in, Bruins lose. However, we're not there yet, so we're not going to think about that yet. That's Friday's issue, which that is going to be so much fun if I'm able to watch all of it. Bruins win 2-1. Rasmus Dahlin scored for Buffalo, their first official power play goal of the series, the second unofficial power play goal of the series. I say unofficial due to scoring one just as the power play expired last game. This is officially goal number 1, and this one was puck luck, and bad puck luck at that, from the Boston Bruins. Mark Kaslik takes a unwarranted roughing call on a play in which I think he expected both players to go, and they didn't. The refs took one, and the refs, quite frankly, should have taken one. Even in the jersey that I'm in, I can admit the refs should have taken one. And they got the right guy at least. And I think that's enough said about the penalty. Now, leading to the goal, this one was just unfortunate. Dahlin scores off of a cross-ice pass from Jason Zucker, who they come in 3-on, I think it was just about 3-on-2. It was closer to 3-on-2 than it was 3-on-3. Zucker has it. He passes it to Thompson. Thompson sends it back to him. And Zucker tries to send a pass back to Thompson as Thompson's driving the net. The pass gets blocked by Peake's skate, and it lands back directly on the tape of Zucker, who sends it across to Dahlin. And, I mean, there's just nothing Swayman can do there. He took the safe bet in guarding the right post, which you have one guy wide open, but you have two of your own players plus a Sabre to pass it through, odds are that puck doesn't go through. Odds are that bounce doesn't happen, where it bounces off a peak skate and lands right back on Zucker's stick immediately after. Anyways, Dahlin scores. That makes it 1-0 early. And I said on the stream, if you go back and watch it, I hope this isn't a repeat of Game 4. It wasn't. It was a very, very impressive effort of work from the Boston Bruins in a game in which I believe they outshot the Sabres in 3 of 4 periods. And then maybe tied in the second. I think they tied in the second, or the Sabres outshot them by 2. It was not by a lot. But first, third, and overtime, Boston outshot Buffalo. And realistically, they played a very good game. It was an odd game because Boston had the better first period, kind of after the goal. But Buffalo comes away with an early goal, and they head into first intermission with the lead. Second period, just under halfway through the frame, the puck's in the offensive zone for Boston, and Morgan Geekie is able to receive a rebound and send it back behind the net for Elias Lindholm, who is just off the back of the net. He takes it. He tries to bang a shot in. It floats up into the air, and Jason Zucker gloves it down, and he bats it away. Elias Lindholm drives the front of the net because there is not another Bruin there. Gets the puck, spins, fires right over the glove of Alex Lyon. And in a bang-bang play, this game is 1-1. I was speechless when this went in because I didn't think it was going in. I saw the puck go up. I saw the puck bounce out in front. I thought, okay, so they'll get a shot off. Too many bodies out. No. Bang. Right to the back of the net. And it's 1-1 tied halfway through this game. Rest of the second period goes on. The officiating crew, to their credit, let the players play. And that's something that's going to be happening more in at least the next game, quite possibly the next 2 games. And then, obviously, it resets for round 2, blah, 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 3, 4, whatever. I liked Boston's chances. At times in the second period, they struggled to break out of their own zone, which was alright at times. And then, as the game wore on, it started to feel like a better version of Game 4, if that's going to make any sense to anyone here. Game 4 was just utter Buffalo domination. Boston couldn't get out of the zone. But in this one, Boston was able to get out of the zone at times, but it still felt like Buffalo was controlling most of the play. And I don't know if it was because Boston was getting more chances and they were continuing to lead in the shot counter, but it felt like Game 4, but better. And that's a terrible description of it, and hands up, I'll admit, I need to be better at that. But that's what it felt like, and it was such an odd feeling. Because, okay, the Bruins are leading in shots, the game's tied, but it feels like they're getting caved in. To their credit, they were blocking a lot more shots as well. So that could have very well been most of it. Just blocking more shots and not letting Buffalo get as many not even high danger, just high risk chances that like they were in Game 4. But yeah, second period rolls on, third period rolls on, very quiet, not a ton of the rough stuff, which I'm shocked more didn't happen after what happened to Dahlin and... Was it Thompson? I think it was Dahlin. No, it was Dahlin, sorry. It was just Dahlin at the end of Game 4 there. So we head into overtime. And immediately out of the gate. Buffalo's getting their chances, but Boston was in the driver's seat for the majority, not the entire, for the majority of the 9-minute overtime period. Hampus Lindholm gets down low, and he puts a shot on net, and it gets stuck under the pad of Alex Lyon. The referee did not blow the whistle. Sean Kuraly played to the whistle, pokes the puck underneath Alex Lyon, and it finds its way into the back of the net. The reason the referee didn't blow the whistle is because he was bracing himself for the shot to go wide. Should Boston have won on that play? Probably. Would Buffalo fans have been angry if they won on that play? Absolutely they would have. Would that have been the right call to make? Probably not. Did the right team end up winning? Yes. That has been a theme. I'm not going to say it's rigged, but I've noticed that's been a theme in these playoffs, especially in a lot of overtimes, where one team scores, the goal gets called back. Well, I say a lot. There's been two that I can think of off the top of my head. The Carolina-Ottawa game, and then the Vegas-Utah game from last night. Carolina and Vegas both scored. Both of those goals get called back for various reasons. Both teams end up winning. And now Boston can be added to that list. They scored first. Goal gets called back. I shouldn't even say the goal gets called back. It was waved off immediately. It was just such an odd, quick play because the puck wasn't in play, but there was no whistle, so the players were playing to the whistle. And the Buffalo players just stopped playing immediately. But Kuraly kept it going, and he poked it, and it went in. Anyways, could have, should have been a goal. It doesn't matter. The right team won this game. Now, time for the game winner. He's not going to get credit for this, and I feel terrible for it because he absolutely deserves it because he played over 23 minutes tonight, I'm pretty sure. Murat Husnudinov with a beautiful pocket pick on Peyton Krebs right at the blue line. Gets the puck to Hampus Lindholm, and as that happens, Pastrnak comes onto the ice. He sees Lindholm with the puck and immediately turns on the Jets to go up ice with it, and Lindholm with a beautiful feed finds David Pastrnak, and he's in all alone. He's missed two already, or at the very least in very recent memory. He does not miss this one, and he ices the game. 2-1 Boston, 3-2 the series, and just like that, a game in which Boston controlled for a solid 80%. I feel like that's solid. 80% is pretty solid. They get the win, and now you have the chance on home ice to go back, force a Game 7, and maybe, just maybe, if you win Friday night, you have a chance to advance to the second round of the playoffs. If you do that, expectations are beyond this. Getting to Game 6, not in this fashion, but getting to Game 6 in and of itself has exceeded the expectations of the fans, the coaching staff, although the coaching staff was very optimistic, and management. Which, again, management was very optimistic, to be fair. Plus, I think in the next couple weeks, you get to find out if you have a 6th overall pick joining your organization next season. This could be a fun week. This could also be a rough week. Let's go have some fun. 60 more minutes. Go out there. Play your best stuff. Like Nikita Zadorov said pregame, I should have mentioned this before. Play like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to go off track here a little bit. Baseball does such a good job of this, of pitching staff in particular, being willing and able to empty the tank every single game come playoff time, that even if they can't play tomorrow, they find a way to play that night and empty the tank like there is no tomorrow. And right now, as it stands, there is no tomorrow for Boston. You go out there, you play Friday, and if you win, you get one more chance to take down Buffalo and send them packing. Play like tonight, and you might just do it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. This series has been incredible so far. The ups and downs have been lovely, to say the least. I hope more people can join me for Game 6. If I'm around for Game 6, I still have to work out my schedule. I should be around for Game 7, though, if they get that far. But once again, thank you. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Click subscribe if you really enjoyed. And we'll see you later this week.